So good morning, Chaffinches. We're moving on to a new topic today. We are looking at column addition, okay, and it's going to start off quite basic and then it's going to get progressively harder. So you'll be given a series of sums, but they are written horizontally, okay. This is one example of a sum that you might get or you might get to see in your worksheet tomorrow. Okay, the sum is 627, add 325. Now some of you maybe can do it in your head mentally, but those that can't, okay, or everybody has to set it out this way, okay, over the next couple of days. So you'll see this as a horizontal sum. We are looking at column addition, so I need to turn this sum, which is written horizontally, into a column addition, okay? So I want you to do it two ways, okay? And I don't mind if you use the hundreds, tens and ones column in order to get the columns in the correct place and therefore put the numbers in the correct place. So I want you to write it out as a column addition sum, so the numbers will go in the correct column. So 627 is written exactly as it is, 325 is written exactly as it is. Now I've now shown you how to do it, okay, visually. So instead of having a number, you've got dots, and each dot represents the correct value according to what place they're in. So 627 in terms of dots is written as 6 dots in the hundreds column, 2 dots in the tens column, and I've got 7 dots in my ones column. Now 325 is written the same, using visual symbols, dots rather than numbers. 3 dots represent 300, 2 dots represents 20, and 5 dots represents 5 ones, okay? What do I do now? Okay, we know that something's going to happen to our ones column, okay? And the rule is quite simple. The maximum number I can write in my ones column is 9, okay? I can use a 0, but the maximum number it can go up to is 9. It cannot have the number 10 in the ones column, okay? The reason why is because as soon as we get 10 ones, the number becomes 10, okay? And that's why we have to regroup. So let's just add up our ones column, see how many dots we've got and see what happens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, okay? So that makes 12 dots. So how do I write or represent 12 dots? Well, 12 is made up of 1, 10 and 2 ones, and that's what is important, okay? So 1, 10 now we need to regroup and we need to carry over and put onto the tens column, and the only unit we write in the ones column is the 2. So the 12 is regrouped into 1, 10 and 2 ones, okay? So that is how 12 is represented when it's regrouped, okay? Because there are 12 dots, but I can't write the number 12 in the ones column, I have to regroup it. So 12 represents 2 ones and 1 10, which I put below the line because I'm going to add it on to the answer for the rest of the tens column. So now let me count up my dots in my tens column, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've got my extra 1, which makes the number 5. So 5 tens. So those 4 dots and that 1 represents 5 tens or 50. Let's go to the hundreds. Okay, let's count the dots up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nothing to add on to it. So the answer is 9. Okay, so I've got, by visually counting the dots, 952. Now let me check that answer with when I do it as a number problem, okay? So the column addition, the dots are replaced by numbers. So 7 and 5, again, this is where I'm looking at. 7 and 5 equals 12. I cannot write the number 12 in that space, okay? It's not 12 ones. I have to regroup, okay? So I know that 12 is made up of 1 10 and 2 ones. So the 2 ones can go in there, and the 1 10 goes underneath the tens column. Now I simply add up the numbers in my tens column. 2 add 2 add 1 makes 5. Nothing to carry over, nothing to regroup, and I simply then add up the numbers in my hundreds column. Okay, and that equals 9. 952, 952. Then I check my answers, and if I'm happy that both of them are the same, I can put a little tick in it. Okay, so remember, if the ones column goes over 10, you need to regroup. That is the secret to this, okay? And when we move on to the tens column tomorrow and the hundreds column on Thursday, or Friday, sorry, you'll know how to do it, okay? So the key is you cannot write the number 12 in the ones column. It needs to be regrouped. And remember, 12 is made up of 2 ones and 1 10, okay? So the 2 ones go in the ones column, and the 1 10 goes under the line in the tens column to remind you to add it on to any other number in the tens column, okay? Best of luck with that, okay? Take care.